Hi, hello everyone, and thank you for coming to join me again today. I've just come back to work with my journal that I'm making. It's a tall, skinny one, and I'm using kits from Everlasting Journals. I think I've done one or two previous videos to this. I'm trying to video ahead so that you've got something to watch whilst I'm away on holiday. So I kind of forget where I'm at the moment because I've just been doing so many. So I've made a cover for it. I don't usually do that to the end, but I was having a look through to see if I could find any fabrics that I liked, and I came across this Kath Holden fabric, and I just loved it. So I thought, why not? And I've got some spotted dotted sari silk wrapped round it. So the cover, let me just take the journal out of it. The cover, it's like a patchwork fabric, and I've just stitched round the squares of it, and I just thought I just thought it went with the journal. So that's what I've done. I've done a few bits since you came. I've just put those in there just to keep them in. I've added lace. I don't think I'd done that when you were with me before. So I've added some lace pockets, and I've backed my lace with tracing paper. It's quite a heavy duty tracing paper, just because I find it really hard to put things in and out of pockets when there's lace in it. It just catches. So I've printed some of the kits a little bit smaller, some of the kit pages, and just put them in. I've put a tab, you can't see, I've put a tab on there. You can't get all of these in, can you? I have cut this off the top of one of the kit pages, and I've just cut it out and put it on, so there's two pockets there. We made this one, or I made this one with you, and I've done a couple of tags to go in it, and these just came with one of the kits as well. I love the face on that little girl, she's the stalks biting her arm. I've put some green ruffle on there. I thought it went quite nicely. I put that pocket with the little girl and the dog on there. It hasn't got a journal card in yet. I've got that one left to do. What else did I put on? Another ruffle there, the little girl with the horse, and then that just flips open so that there's some extra. Oh, pulling it the wrong way. That's it, it goes up and over. So it's an up and over one. But that's in there, and then that just closes like that, and it's a pocket behind there as well, so I need a card for there. Another pocket at the back there. I've added lace on the rag paper pages, and I've made a journal card just there to go in. And on the other side, there's another journal card that I've just put in there. And then on this that I did as a flip, it is a bit of a tight fit, but it does fit. I might move that tag and not put it in there, but it's there for now. I've just done a little pocket here, and I've used the papers from one of the kits, and then that just flips open. So you've got all this space to write on, but there is a pocket on it as well. So I think that's all that I've done kind of in the journal. I'd made another journal card there, and I've just added some extra paper to it. I'm a bit fingers and thumbs today, I don't know why. And then if you remember, I'd cut a piece off here, and I've just made it into a journal card, and I've used one of the images that I'd done on the vellum, put one of the faux buttons on there and some stamping, and then that's just got some extra journaling space as well, so that'll fit in one of the pockets as well. What else have I got in my little box of tricks? Oh, I'd got this that I'd made to go on one of the pages, and I can't remember. I do know which page it was going on. This is the strips that was left over at the when you cut the I'm pointing, but you don't know what I'm pointing at. Some of the ephemera packs, some of these had borders on them, like this one. It's got a border on it, so I'd cut them out, because you never know if you're going to use them, and I've actually attached that to some fabric, and I've put little tabs on it, so that's going to go on one of these pages. And I was going to put it on that one just because I thought it looked nice, so I might stick that on there actually as a let's get started. First, glue down. So I hope you're all okay. I'm doing my best to do a few videos for when I'm away. So I'm not sure when the videos are all going to go out. I'm just kind of scheduling them to be on whilst we're away. So if I don't reply to you, if you do say something to me on my videos, if I don't reply to you, please don't think I'm being rude. I'm probably away because I won't be looking at social media whilst we're away at all. So, oh, that's pretty. So I've just got that there as a pocket, and I might tuck a little something in there, and it might just be some paper or a little paper pad or something, but I just thought that was quite pretty on there. So what did I wanted to put something on this straw paper. So let me move the journal out the way. And what was I thinking? I had thought about what I wanted to do. I think I had thought, was I going to use that? Yeah, I looked at it the other day and thought, oh, I know exactly what I want to do, and then I've forgotten what I wanted to do. But isn't that just the way? It is always the way. I've got one of the other kits, kit 1. I will put the numbers of the kits down below that I've got, just because I really liked the images on it. I've had an issue with my printer where my printer seems to think it knows what I want to do, and it prints things out and then it goes and prints them again. So I've kind of duplicated. That was what I cut out, look, on those up-tuck pockets. So I think I was thinking of using these on the straw paper. So let's have a go and see where it takes us, because you never know. I might like it or I might not. You never know, do you, when you're gonna make something. See, I'm thinking now, what was I going to do? I was going to cut this off. So I'll make a start by doing that, shall I? And I wanted to, this that's left, I wanted to actually use in one of those upwards tuck pages, just so that I'm trying to put as much, oh gosh, as much writing paper or writing space, I should say, as possible in this journal, because they are a bit challenging, these tall thin ones, as to what you can put in, because they are only narrow. I mean, at its widest point I think it's 4 inches, but obviously as you get towards the centre it gets more and more narrow. Let me just, right, that's where the page goes that I've got. So here I was thinking that that might be nice as an up-tuck spot. And if I folded it straight, oh, I have folded it straight, it's just not cut very straight. So that would go up there, which I think is very nice. I might put a label or something on it. And then you've got the whole paper. So that's going to go up that side for sure. Okay. Using all the bits of paper as I can. I don't want this to be quite as tall, so I'm going to cut it down, but saving all my little bits. I had my scoreboard. I did have it, yep. So I hope you're all okay. Here in the UK, we're actually still in May. As I say, I don't know when this video is going to go out. I think it's the 23rd of May today. It's a beautiful sunny day out there, absolutely gorgeous. So I've had to drag myself in from the garden to come and join you. Not really, I haven't. I was in the garden, but trying to get the garden sorted before we go away. It's like all hands on deck at the minute. Everything's happening all at once for us. So my thought is that would be on this side as a tuck spot, So a tuck there, and then it would fold over the page. So I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to fold it on the line. Sorry, I'm not sure if you could see what I was doing. I'm going to fold it on the line of that picture. And I'm going to glue this bit down, but just because that kind of reinforces that edge, because that's going to be a pocket. So that's going to go like that. And then I am going to put a little notch in there. And then that is going to be a tuck just on there. So I'm going to glue this bit down before I decide what I want to do with the bit on the other side. So I'm going to glue it at the top. I'm going to glue it at the bottom. And then I'm going to glue it on that bit there. So that's glued 3 places. So that is now a tuck spot just there. And then obviously when we fold it over, when we turn over, I think that I can just fold it down that line there. Isn't she pretty? She is just so gorgeous. So that then will be a flip. It could be a tuck as well. So I think at the minute, I think that I'm not going to, I'm just thinking whether, because it's not a very deep, I don't want it to be a deep pocket though, do I? But you can't really see because of what I've backed it in. It doesn't show up very well, does it? But I could make it a bit of a bigger tuck, a bit of a bigger pocket and have it as a tuck. But it could also be a flip out, just that little bit extra. And it might be nice just to let the person that has this journal make that decision as to what they would like it to be. That one blends in a little bit too much, doesn't it? Sometimes you just spoil it for choice. That's quite pretty. I like that because it matches that. So do you know what? I'm going to make it as a flip. There we are, decision made. So this is going to be a flip. And I'm going to put that there in the middle. And I prefer it with the writing on, I think. Oh, that one's pretty. Yes, I'm going to have that side. Always turn these tabs around, you know. Tell you what, since I was gifted my whale tail punch, I have punched, you name it, I've tabbed it. I've got everything. So Pam, I thank you still from the bottom of my heart. I love my little punch. There we go, that's going to go there. So let's scoop these up. So that's just going to be an extra little bit of a flip. So then if I put this piece of this paper back in the journal, just so that you can see. So on this side, it's a tuck. And she does, oh, I like her peeking out there, look. She's just got her eye peeking out. So I think that can go in there. That's quite nice in there, isn't it? And I think that should be glued shut. I'm just hoping that glue's dried, and I'm not going to put it in and leave it in, but that is going to go just there. I don't want to push it in case that glue there's wet. And then when you turn over, that flips out. So you've got all this that you can write on and do your own thing on. So I'm happy with that. And then I want to do something similar on the opposite, on the back side of it. And I was kind of thinking I want to use this swan. I'm hesitating because I don't know if it's going to be too big. Let me fold it right on its little beak. I think it will. I think I'm going to use it, and it's going to be a pocket. So, and then on the other side it's going to be a flip. So a little bit of a different pocket. But I am going to lose a little bit of the swan's bum. But that's okay because we've got the most of him on. And I'm just thinking, because it could be just a tall, thin pocket. What I was going to do was cut it at an angle and have it just as a loose pocket. It could be a tall, thin pocket with a tag in. I can't have it as a tuck as well because that would just be too close to the spine. So it would be glued on for sure. So I think it is going to be a pocket, not a top tuck pocket. Just about there. Yep. So this is what I think I want to do. So I've just folded the corner over and I'm going to cut that off. A pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut that bit there off. And I'm going to cut that little white bit off because I'm going to fold that under so that that's a little bit reinforced on that corner. And then I don't need all of this either, so that can be cut off. Again, I'm a bit obsessive keeping all my little bits and pieces, aren't I? But you just never know when you might need them. Cut that off at an angle. So I'm going to glue those down. Oh, I didn't put my glue lid on, did I? Silly, silly. So this is just reinforcing the edges of the pocket. And I'm thinking it'll work. But I do need to take these white bits off, don't I? So let's do that as well. Let's snip those. Okay, get rid of those papers. So I'm thinking that that will be a pocket on there, and I'll glue it on the two sides so it'll be open. I might want to put a little bit of something on there. Well, that's quite pretty, isn't it? What would that look like on there? Pretty. I think that might be quite nice actually, mightn't it? Got that, or we've got this. Nope. Nope, nope, didn't want that. I have got this. That looks quite nice there, doesn't it? Does it look like he's swimming on the water? I do quite like this. I do like that. But I might want to put a little button on it. Okay, so if that was glued there, let's think about how this side would work. If that was glued on there, I think that I would maybe have that there so that it could pull out. But it might be better to have it so that it folds under. I would have creased it now, wouldn't I? Silly moo. Let's take the crease out. Just not sure where I could fold it best. It may be better to have it tucked under. So if that went, that's very close. If I did it there, and it would actually fold back on that one. And on that one. That's it, that's how I want it. So then it's closed, it's enclosed in itself, if you see what I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to trim that so that it's level. Paper never, doesn't matter how accurately you cut it, I think sometimes it just never ever ever wants to be accurate. So that will fold like that, and then that will come out like that for some extra writing space. So I think that will be useful, and I think we will put a tab on that. If I was to put that on there, would it be too bulky? I don't think it would. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this piece of lace on here like that, and then on here I'm going to put that, and then I will glue it on that page. So I'm going to leave that page as is for now, because it means switching my machine on and gluing on and stitching, and I'm just not set up for it. So that's what I want to do on that. Okay, what else would I like to do? Got that one there, got that. That's going to have that swan page on. Something might be nice on one of these two pages, mightn't it? It's the back of that. So I could have something on there, or I could have something on here. So I'm going to leave that book open and just think what I've got. I'm sorry if you can hear noise outside. We've always seemed to have builders in the streets these days, I tell you. I'm just thinking, I've got this lady. So she could be, she'd have to go on this side. But I'm just wondering if I could make the back of it then a pocket. So then she would flare. She would flip out one way. Thinking, let me see roughly how wide I could get. Gosh, get my ruler right. Oh, really, it only needs to be about 3 1/4 inches if I was to use her. So if she's 3 1/4 inches, that would be literally be on there. And then I could make a pocket. Or she could be a pocket. Would it be nice to have her as a pocket that flips out? Why don't I try and make her into a pocket maybe. So she could be a pocket there, couldn't she? And then on this side, or would it be better to have her there? Oh gosh, decisions. I'm not going to think about where she's going to go. I'm going to make her into a pocket. So I only need it to be narrow. And then we're going to think what we're going to do on the other side. So I'm going to cut these. I don't need that to be as tall, so I'm going to cut this white piece off. And then that would have to fold in to add a bit of strength where the tag's going to go in and out. And then they would fold to make the pocket. And I think that would work, but I don't know what I would do on the other side. Have I got the right? Yes, I've got the right way up. So I'm just going to fold this top down so that we've reinforced that pocket. And then that's going to be the bit that closes the pocket. Okay. Makes as much sense as a chocolate fire guard at the minute. So let's put a little snip in there. Oopsie. Okay. So I'm thinking that I would like it here. I'm thinking that I would like her to go just there as a top loading pocket. I like that. So if that was on there as a top loading pocket, that could be a side tuck there if I cut it off there. Yep, okay. Decision made. So I'm going to cut this off here. Let's fold that down. How many things can you do with a piece of paper? I ask you. And then I am going to, it's only going to be a little tuck, this one, so I'm just going to reinforce. Noisy aeroplane going over. It's all noise, isn't it? So this journal I will offer to the next person on my waiting list. And I have to say, I kind of do regret having a waiting list because it does stress me out because, you know, I've got people waiting, expecting to get a journal, and I feel I just can't make journals quick enough, and I haven't found the best way to to sort myself out, really, I guess, have I? But I'm doing my best to work my way down the journal. But the thing is, I also want to sell them to people that aren't on my waiting list as well. I just can't please myself, can I? So I don't know how best to accommodate everyone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to put a little notch in here too. Okay, let's see if we can put this together. So I want this girl to go on there, and I want that to be a top loading pocket. So I'm going to put her about there. She is beautiful. And so to do it, hopefully I'm on screen, I'm going to go down there and then I'm going to put glue on this bit. Down the side. So that's glued 1, 2, 3. So that will be a tall, thin pocket there. I think she is just absolutely gorgeous. And then this is going to glue down and be a side tuck. And so I think that works really well. What do we think? Do we like that? I think I do. Let's put her back in. Sorry, I'm reaching. Oh, I'm loving this. I might put something on there as well. So we come along. That's right, yes. So we've got a top loading pocket just there because that's glued down. And then when we turn it over, we've got a side pocket just there. So I'm happy with that. That's going to have that other bit on. I could do with something going just here, couldn't I? And I'm just looking for a piece of paper. I don't know if this will go in this bit, but I am going to. This is the one that I cut that top loading pocket from. So I have this, and I think that would make quite a nice pocket. And I'm thinking it might go on there. Okay, so I'm going to have that swan just there, aren't I? Well, I'll make the pocket and then I'll decide where it's going to go. How's that? So again, I need to know roughly maximum 3.5 inches. So I kind of want from there to there is 3.5. Now I want to get this bit in. So that's 3.5 to there. And then 3.5 would be to there. So that would be a pocket like that. I like that. And then if it goes on this pocket, it might go on that pocket. It might not, but I think I would like something across the top. Oh, I like that actually. That might look rather nice. So I think that might go across the top there. And it can close. Can I close it? I think I can. I think I can. So I'm just holding my breath because I'm just thinking, do I want to sew this on? It goes that way, doesn't it? Would I want to stitch that on? Or would I be content with the glue? I think I want it a little bit lower. I'm going to take a little bit off the top. Let me just pause you while I put my sewing machine on. Okay, so I have stitched that on. I've glued it and stitched it, belt and braces. So I'm just going to join it together. So you're not going to see the back. I'm trying to think how I need to do it. Right, bit of glue across the bottom. This bottle just, it closes itself up so quickly. I think it's got a very narrow, small hole is what I'm trying to say. Let's try this one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, hang on. It's a pin job. Right, good to go. Bit of glue across there, like that. Bit of glue. This bottle comes out too quick. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, isn't it? Too fast, too slow, too big, too small. Right, glue that. So that's shut. Not shut. Oh, I didn't put any down there. What a nana. You have to glue down there, Carol. If you don't put glue on, it's not sticking at all, is it? Okay. Stuck. We stuck it. I'm just thinking as well, I've got one of these left over with the ladies. And I think that she might be quite nice on there. On that side. Maybe I should have stitched her on before I glued it down. Best laid plans and all that. Doesn't matter. And we're back with the double-sided tape. The dreaded double-sided tape, tell you. But it's okay, I'm getting used to it. Honest. And it has its uses, doesn't it? You know, there's a time that you need double-sided tape, and there's a time that you'll never use it again. And this is the time I use it. I'm sure you don't want to watch me struggle with this, though. I don't want to watch me struggle with it. Right, 1 minute. Okay, I did it successfully, I think. But I'm going to stick her on there. And you can just, I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the writing through her. And I have got some little roses, like these ones that are on this, but not these. And it might be nice, I must find them and see if I can put a little rose on her. I've been tidying up and I'm sure I've got some somewhere, but that might be quite nice. So that would go on a pocket. But I don't want to stick it on here until I've got that the swan on here, because I think it might look like too much. I suppose she could go further up. But I want to look, I want to see what it looks like before I commit myself. Put that one there, didn't I? So it could be, I mean, she might go there. Where else have I got? Oh, I've got these. Oh, that might be nice. She could be watching those girls, couldn't she? Or on that side. She blends in actually quite well with that. Quite well or not quite well. And then I'm at the middle, aren't I? So she could go there. But again, I think she blends in. So I just need to look and have a think about where I would like her to go, because I'm just unsure at the minute. Oh. Now she could go on there. As long as it didn't stick out any further than that, she could go on there, couldn't she? So I really do need to think about that. Okay, the other thing I want to make a pocket out of is this. But I think I need to back it in the tracing paper maybe. So I need to think about that as well. So I think I'm going to leave you there while I contemplate what I need to do. But gosh, this is filling out an awful lot already. So I hope you like what I've got with the cover. Maybe it's a little bit eclectic, I don't know. See how big it's getting already. So this is where I'm at. So Everlasting Journals are the kits, and I will number them down below. And we'll see where we get to next time. But I appreciate your company so much. Thank you for coming to join me, and I'll catch you later. Bye.